welcome back to Modern Retro Gal. My name's JL, in case you're new to my channel. And today is a customer, I almost said customer requested, hello, viewer requested video. I had put a poll up on my Insta stories with two options, and the April-May favorites is what the majority vote went to. So that is what I have today. This is kind of collectively what were my favorite products for the months of April and May. I didn't have a lot of new stuff or stuff that I really used consistently during the month of April until towards kind of more like the very end. This is collectively what I have been loving from April until May. And I'm sure I will continue on loving it well into the future. So if I have any product review videos for this or demo videos or anything for what I have here, I will link that down below so you can go back and watch those to get a full recap of how I feel about them. So let's get started. I have a little bit of a few makeup products. Actually, I have more makeup products than I thought. Anyways, the first one is from the Balm. This is the Nude Beach, Nude Tude. I guess it's the Nude Beach, not the Nude Tude. This is volume 3 of their nude eyeshadow palettes. This is kind of their warmer palette. I do have a video where I talk about this palette and review it down, so I will link that down below. I also will be doing like a two looks, one palette with this pretty soon. It's still on my list of things to do, but I just really love this palette. I pretty much use this almost the entire month of April exclusively. It's just such an easy palette because I feel like there's enough variation where you can get some really different looks out of this palette and not always have everything look the same. Like you have these, you know, like warmer pink tones, and then you have the warmer neutral browns with a little bit of red, a little bit of orange in the background there. So it's just a really nice palette. All the colors work really well. They work really well across the board, and if you kind of individualize, like hone in on them kind of more specifically to their undertones. So it's just a really great palette, really great pigment, blends out really nicely. Again, I will be doing a video for this with 2 looks in it pretty soon. Another palette that I got in the month of May, it is a palette that I have been wanting, and that is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. A lot of people don't like this camel colored packaging. It is that fuzzy packaging, so eventually this is going to get pretty dirty. I like the color, but I love like a camel tan color. I don't know. To me, it's just very like sleek and elegant. That's just my personal opinion. So the inside of it looks like this. There was a lot of comparison to this and Anastasia's, what is the other one? The Soft Glam and the Modern Renaissance. They are similar. I did look at them in person. They are similar because they are both warm palettes. However, the Modern Renaissance has more of those like true red and pink toned vibrant eyeshadows, whereas this one really is a modern glam, or a soft glam, sorry. The tones are absolutely beautiful. You have some of these shades that do have that warmer kind of orangey undertone to them. I think this one does a little bit too. And then you have the very like warm pink and cranberry undertones and, you know, rosy undertones. But it's done in a different way. It is soft glam. Like that is the perfect name for this palette. I absolutely have been loving it. I am really impressed with the quality. This is the first Anastasia palette that I have ever owned. So I'm really impressed with the pigmentation. You barely have to tap your brush into these shadows to get a lot of pigment payoff, which is amazing. So you're not, as far as I am concerned, you're really not, oh, the gardeners are here, yay. You're really not paying as much for the name with this palette as you really are. You are paying for the pigment. It's not a lot of filler, so you're really getting a lot of color payoff. There is quite a bit of kickback. I was a little surprised by it. I feel like the more I kind of use them, the less kickback is coming up. It was kind of like that initial. And I know that is one thing with the Anastasia eyeshadows, with her palettes, is that there is a lot of kickback, but it's because they are so intensely pigmented that you don't need a lot. Do not go in and start swirling your brush into any of these. You will like have more shadow on your brushes than you will ever need in your entire life for an eye look. So I'm really, really loving this. I'm having a lot of fun playing with it, creating different eye looks with it. I still want the Modern Renaissance. If you have the Modern Renaissance and you thought you would skip this because it was too similar, I do really believe that they are different enough that it is worth picking this one up. I believe this retails for $44. I happened to grab it during this month of May, which is my month of birth, I guess you could say. And so at Ulta, because I'm a Platinum Rewards member, that's how much I spend at Ulta every year, for the birthday reward, I not only got a free item, but I also got a $10 off anything I wanted. So this only ended up costing me $34. So again, even paying full price, I think it's totally worth it. Loving this a lot. Next up in makeup are two red lipsticks, neither of which I'm actually wearing today, surprisingly enough. But pretty much the entire months of April and May, if I was wearing a red lipstick, it was one of these two. Either the Physicians Formula Healthy Lip Velvet Finish in Fight Free Reticles, or the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in Boz. I love both of these. Boz is a little bit of a deeper shade, red. It has a little bit just more depth to it, and the Physicians Formula is just a slightly brighter red. I really love both of the formulas. They're both very, very comfortable to wear. So you can see up here, whoops, this is Boz, and this is the Physicians Formula. Sorry, people texting me. But yeah, they're both very, very comfortable to wear. Neither one of them are the like dry down, suck your lips, suck all the moisture out of your lips, stay all day, never coming off formulas. They do some wear, but they both wear pretty nicely, and even after I've eaten like pizza or something like that, there's still a good amount of product left on my lips, even to the point where I can kind of spread it out what's left on and have it look almost identical to when I applied it. So the pigmentation on these is really, really good, and the price point, I think this is $24, and I think these are like $11 or $12. So, you know, neither one is vegan, unfortunately, but they are both cruelty free. So, great options. Let's see. We've got the Juice Beauty Last Looks Cream Blush. I got this last month in my Petit Vour box. The color is Flush. It is a nude, what do they call this? A nude beige, I think, or something like that. I have been loving this for, this is it right here. I have been loving this for like a blush contour, when I don't want to do like a full contour. but I want a little bit of depth on my cheeks. This is just a really, really great shade for that. So I have been really loving it also for my minimal makeup days. So along with that cream blush, I have actually been really liking the Nude Sticks Nudies Tinted Blur Stick. I am in the shade 2. I think I could probably go up to 3, maybe this summer, but the shade 2 works really well for me. And then that's it kind of right there. It's just a very light tinted blurring, perfecting cream stick. I have a video with my minimal makeup routine with these two products, so I will link that down below. But I have actually been really, really liking this. I wasn't sure about it when I first got it. I have found the best thing with this is just to use a really good moisturizer underneath it, and maybe a little bit of the Smashbox Photo Finish primer water, which is coming up soon in this video. But I really find that it doesn't really need a separate full-on primer. It works because it also can work as a tinted primer. It just really doesn't need one. It actually, I feel like, works better when it's just working into your natural skin and not with any kind of priming layer under in between it and your skin. It seems to work better when it's working directly with your skin. So I've been really enjoying this for just really simple, easy days. I actually had it on underneath this because I had to go to the dentist today. So I just did something really quick for the dentist, and then I came home and did full makeup for filming, and my foundation is sitting really nicely on top of this and looks really good. Everything looks really flawless. So this even works really nicely as a tinted primer. And then two primers that I have been loving. One of them is, I don't remember if I talked about this before, but it's the Pixi by Petra Flawless Beauty Primer. This is like an illuminating skin perfecting primer. Charlotte Tilbury, these kind of primers are becoming really popular, but Charlotte Tilbury just came out with something really similar. So you can see kind of the sheen that it leaves on the skin. So it is really beautiful if you like a nice illuminating, perfecting primer underneath your foundation, or if you just want to slap some on your skin and go out. It just sort of gives your skin, it's very glowy, very illuminated, and it sort of camouflages because you can't help but look at how like glowy your skin is, some of that bare skin imperfection. So before I got this, I was just doing this, and depending on how lazy I'm feeling, I still do either one of these. Usually this one, I just will wear it if I'm not gonna wear any makeup at all. I'll just throw this on. And then another favorite of mine is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. This stuff is like crazy, I don't know, like magic in a bottle. It's crazy to me how amazing this stuff really is. I have a full review for it, so I will link that down below. I love it just spraying it on my face and then using this with it. It works really well. This works really well as a setting spray. It also works really well as a makeup refresher. When it's wet on the skin, like over your makeup, it can kind of look a little like, oh my god, did I just ruin my makeup? And then as it dries down, it just does something like, I don't know, it just looks totally different. I think I just spit. I was so excited. Once it's dried, once it has like fully dried on the skin, and you can definitely spray this and kind of like you know, take a beauty blender and kind of touch places up on your face, like your makeup, if you're like, you know, throughout the day. And it sort of just puts everything like back into place. I don't know. It's really amazing. I really recommend it. I think it works for all skin types. It is not sticky. It's not tacky, but it does work also underneath makeup to really kind of help it stay into place. So I've just been really enjoying it. It's really nice if you're somewhere where it's going to be really hot during the summer. You could definitely like keep this in the fridge and then spray it on to like refresh your makeup if you've been like sweaty and stuff. It's just a really great one. So apparently I have more than I thought. I keep looking down thinking I must be done by now, and there's still more stuff to show you. So I guess that's what happens when you do 2 months in one. A couple of skincare products from Pixi by Petra. I absolutely adore this brand for their skincare. The Rose Flash Balm, I have a whole video on this. I love it. I will link that down below so that you can see why I love it so much, but buy it. It's amazing. And then also on a recommendation, and I had just been wanting to try it, the Glow Mud Mask. I really like this mask. It's a really nice, gentle mud mask. It does not irritate my skin at all when I put it on. My skin feels really clean afterwards. My pores look really clean, and my skin does look really nice and glowy. So this isn't like a suck you dry mud mask. It's just a really nice, like, cleaning things out, leaving things glowy and hydrated kind of a mud mask. The one thing I will say about this is I have 2 like giant crater size pores on my face, and even after I rinse really well, I always notice that there's a little bit of this left behind, and I have to kind of gently excavate those 2 pores, but it's the same 2 pores, so it's not like I wasn't doing a good job rinsing it off and it's in different places every time. It's like the same 2 pores. So they're just like the deepest depths of the ocean crater size pores that I have that like to kind of stick, this kind of likes to stick in there. So not a big deal. I just, you know, go on a little excavation, get that out. But I am really enjoying this, and I do highly recommend it. If you have been having problems, if you have sensitive skin and you've been having issues finding a mud mask, I would suggest trying this one out because I think that this will really be gentle enough. Okay, a few body care products, and then we are done. So one is the Humps Pure Herbal Extracts Original Herbal Body Moisturizer. This stuff is so expensive, y'all. It's like $22 to $24 depending on where you get it for a 17 fluid ounce or 500 milliliter bottle. I happen to find this one at Marshall's for $10.99, so I went ahead and grabbed it. I love this moisturizer so much. Their formula is like the best. I'm 38, so I have, you know, aging skin, not just on my face, but everywhere. And this is dense enough that my skin looks moisturized and refreshed, but it doesn't feel sticky. It's not like too heavy. It's just like this perfect formula. I really, really love it. I also have a small one that I keep in my purse, and I just refill it with this one. The original kind of smells sort of pina colada-ish. I actually really like the sensitive skin one the best. That one's like my total favorite. And that one has kind of like a vanilla-ish scent to it. It's not overpowering. It's just a really nice, kind of soft, like cocoa butter vanilla scent kind of a thing. So really, really love it. This is my second bottle of this. This is Sea Booth Vanilla, Clean Vanilla Bean Bath and Body Wash. This stuff is just great. It's cruelty-free. I don't know that it's vegan, but it is cruelty-free. I love the smell of it. It just has like a really nice, not too sweet, vanilla scent. I think the clean vanilla bean is like the perfect way. It's almost like opening up a vanilla bean if you've ever smelled a vanilla bean, like a fresh one. I really feel like that's what this smells like. It's just really nice. It doesn't smell too much, too sweet, too overpowering, too artificial. It's just a really nice fragrance. It leaves my skin really soft. I really love it. I find this at Ulta. This bottle, it's 16 fluid ounces, and it's like $6.99, I think. And this lasts me for like a few months. So this is a really great body wash. And last but certainly not least, we've come to the end. This is the Alba Botanica Very Emollient Cream Shave in Mango Vanilla. I love this. This is my most favorite shave cream. I never get razor burn when I use this. It's when it says very emollient, it means very emollient. It is really thick. It's really dense. The only downside is because it is so thick and dense, it can clog up your razor. So you do have to spend more time rinsing out your razor to make sure that it's totally, you know, cleared out of the blades before you go to shave another area. So, and I love the scent. So that is it for my April and May favorites. I hope you enjoyed this. Were there any products that you were obsessed with during the months of April and May? Let me know down below. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.